Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to the dining table, the dining room table, where we talk about very mundane things that are not politically
Don't shake the
related.
table. Okay.
Yes.
Should we start over? Hold on, we gotta hold these so that, no, don't stop.
Oh, okay.
Did you stop?
You said start over.
No, but
stop.
like, what, I'd have to resync, but
Okay.
like, let's wait until these like, stop shaking. Okay.
Try to have your coffee or tea under control next time.
Oh.
How are you doing today, Jannie?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. Just feeling really solid and good about the world?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Feeling great.
But I was thinking about starting this and I was like, okay, the number one thing I have to do before we start the podcast, do you know what it is?
What?
Can you guess?
No.
Something I have to do in the morning to feel complete before I can start my day.
I'm having total brain fog today. I'm just going with that out there.
You're making a lot of dead air right now. This is going well.
I don't know.
It's going great.
Why are you making me guess? It's Friday.
I'm trying to have a conversation because that's what you do on a podcast. So this is me asking you a question. You're usually supposed to make an answer happen.
This is what we do.
Also, you don't listen to a lot of podcasts, so
No,
I feel like
I have no idea.
I feel like I'm doing a podcast performance right now, and you're like, "What?"
It's me,
Yeah.
Jannie.
You're also drinking a lot too. You're like
I'm thirsty, and I need my tea. Somebody wakes me up from snoring.
So the main thing I was going to say was I have to do the dishes before I get started.
Oh, the
in my
dishes.
day.
Did you do the dishes already?
I did.
Oh, thank you for doing them.
You're
Is that while I was looking for our microphones that are completely dead and have no battery?
Yes.
Awesome.
At least we have the technology.
We do.
It's just dead.
We do.
Yeah.
So what are you doing today? What's on your list?
Today I'm going to work on my book that is based on my thesis, and I'm going to revise the introduction because I'm so smart. This is how smart I am. I wrote an entire introduction when we went to Seneca Falls. I was so excited to be on Cayuga Lake, and I was really inspired. So I wrote this whole big new introduction that includes the suffrage information that we saw while we were there, and it's all about access, man, And then I sent a draft to the publisher, and she's like, "Yeah, this is too short and needs to have more updated scholarship." And so then I went back and I was like, "Oh, in my thesis, I have a 6-page introduction that I did not include." Good work, Carrie.
What is the title of your book? Do you know yet?
It's gonna be called Beyond the Brush, and then I have to Beyond the Brush : and then the part beyond the colon is kind of TBD right now. So
Very exciting.
just Beyond the Brush so far.
So it's a writing day, Friday writing day.
Friday writing day, and Friday creative day. That's the best day because it's I don't know about you, but I really look forward to Fridays just in general. But then also knowing that I'm going to do something super creative today makes me feel okay, the rest of the week is much more easy to get through. It's like that ADHD reward at the end of the week. I love it. What are you doing today?
I am working on a website proposal, very exciting,
Yes.
especially during these crazy times where everyone is looking for work and more people I feel are looking for jobs, but there are a lot of people who are still working, so I'm trying to stay positive.
Let's talk about the LinkedIn feed. So
Okay.
Your LinkedIn feed is doing what right now?
I just everybody looking for work.
So, and then my LinkedIn feed is everybody hiring.
Wow.
It's really weird because I have a lot of students in mine who are looking for work right now and are reposting jobs and stuff. So I feel like my algorithm is very positive and yours is really negative. And it's so weird.
But it all depends on the network, right? And then it's the network and the algorithm. So what's what's showing up in my feed. But I get a lot of third connection posts too. So that is interesting. I'm curious how that works.
How much are you posting yourself though? Not a lot, right?
No.
Yeah. So I think that
I'm working on a post, but I just haven't gotten there. Because Blue Salt Air is 2.
currently in development on that.
Yeah.
That's the word. That's when you're One of our friends who's a writer in like Hollywood was like, when you're developing something or if you're like drafting something but it's not done yet, you just call it in development. And I'm like, I love that. Like, I like that you're in development on one post.
Like social media post. I could never do social media management. It's just impossible.
We did it. Do you remember?
And I don't ever want to do it again. It's terrible. It's awful.
I think we did it for like a year and then we were like, no way.
I should say it's awful for me. It's not the right, like I can create graphics for it, that's no problem. But to actually manage the feed is just like a whole other world.
But I think that's what people underestimate is that that's a 24/7 job, is that you're creating the stuff, you're putting the stuff up, you're seeing how it does, you're optimizing it, you're responding to the comments, like you're making sure that the brand, like everything's positive for the most part. And then when it is negative, you have to like decide how to deal with that. And then you have to talk to the people at the brand, and all of a sudden you're just like, why am I doing this? Like, this is what I'm spending all my time on. And then we were like, no.
It's part of the funnel, marketing funnel.
I don't,
whatever that is.
No funnels. I'm going to be really honest. I've been in the industry for a really long time. I never understood the marketing funnel. I was always like, yeah, sounds good. Totally. Let's do the funnel. Because there's always a new, like, it's a triangle, it's a funnel. There's like a new shape like every other day. And I think all of them are just not exactly that helpful. But a lot of people really like it. Maybe people need like a visual.
Yeah. Okay, I want to bring back the neurodivergence of this conversation. So I'm working on my proposal.
Yes, thank you.
And so after I do draft...
This is a podcast. I get to go on any tangent I want. That's a rule. The rule of the dining room table. Tangents are allowed.
Bookshelf.
And encouraged.
So we'll work on my proposal.
Okay,
again, I'm going to see how many times I have to repeat that. And then after I do a draft, because I like to sit on it and then think about it for a couple days, go back to it, add more, all the fun things.
Is that part of your creative process?
Part of my creative process, always.
Sit on it.
Sit on it and think about it like everywhere I go, right? Like it's that thing where you got to do something else and then creativity starts coming in.
Do you want to know what that's called?
What is it called? Give me a term, SAT lady.
It's called liminal thinking.
Liminal thinking, of course, it's a word with more than 2 syllables. Or 3.
Liminal.
I'm like, how many syllables is that?
Yeah, liminal thinking is that in between thinking. It's why you have all of your good ideas in the shower, when you're driving, when you're doing the dishes, like when you're literally doing anything else other than work, which is why you should do other things other than work. Then you have all these great ideas like for work, or like you're gonna laugh while you were looking for the microphones. And after I did, I think either before or after I did the dishes, I can't remember. I just like sat down and wrote a poem. Like I just, yeah, I know.
Do you want to read it?
No, I don't.
Not ready to bring your art out into the world yet. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, they're just for me, Jannie. They live in the notes app on my phone. But I had an idea, and like while I was doing the dishes, and then I sat down and I wrote it, and all of a sudden like this thing comes like vomiting out of you, and you have to let it. Okay. It's a great visual.
Okay, so after I finish the proposal, I drafted the proposal.
That's number 3. That's number 3. You need to add a sound effect that's like ding, number 3.
After the third website proposal saying, I was thinking about starting the design for our entertainment center, like for the TV stand. I want to do a new TV stand because that thing from very cheap, wherever we got it online, it's driving me bananas looking at it.
Well, why is all furniture made out of like particle board / like cardboard right now?
I don't know,
like,
but everything
so
I build
bad.
is very heavy now.
Well, then because you're using like actual wood, like so then Jannie goes to the Home Depot and buys like these or Lowe's, and we're not we're brand agnostic.
Get 5%
in this house.
rewards on Lowe's.
Wherever the best deal is, that's where you're going. Really, let's be real. But then these they're like kind of like thick pieces of wood, like actual wood that you cut down and make into different shapes and sizes. But it's so different than that little like thin particle board backing to the TV stand that Evelyn popped out 5 years ago or 2 years ago, whenever we got that thing, because it was just made out of nothing. And so you actually make furniture that's substantial and possibly kid proof.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I don't know. But I saw a design of, thank goodness for social media and doom scrolling, whatever you want to call it. But there's some cool designs that people are doing, and I'm learning how some people are building some wood pieces with interlocking pieces, kind of like how our bed frame is built. It's like that Japanese interlocking with the wood. It's like so ASMR, like perfect.
That's so nice. Have you ever watched did you watch the survival camping videos that Evelyn and I were watching the other day?
What are you guys watching?
I love TikTok so much. You can say what you want about TikTok. There's so many things wrong with it, but there's so many things right with it. Like when you're watching with your daughter, like how a person can build a survival like bunker out of like mud and wood. And so these guys, like they find like a tree, like with some roots, and then they dig out like underneath the roots, and then they start making like a roof out of like wood. But they use like all those interlocking things because they obviously don't have any nails because they're out there in the middle of the woods. It's usually raining. Like there's all these things that you're just like, why are they doing this? But all of a sudden they're like pop, 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 and they've got like a house inside of the hole, and they even build like little fireplaces. Like they'll put a little hole up through the dirt, and then they'll start making like a fire, and you're like, is this a fireplace? Like, and you get really excited about a man out there in the woods with some dirt.
All happening in 60 seconds.
Really? No, yeah, and it just makes it look so easy. Like Evelyn and I are gonna go out there with our little like wood mallet and be like pop, 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 done.
This is a problem with HGTV. So you watch all these videos and you're like, let's fix up a house. We could totally do it. And then we did it. We bought a tiny house thinking like, let's renovate it and like do whatever we want to it. And it's a lot of freaking money, time, stress.
Yeah, and it's not the same. Like it's not as much fun. Like what is it that's so different? It's just that Chip and Joanna Gaines are just kind of like, hey Chip, hey Joanna, boom, the house is done, right? Like, and there's like a little design, and he's like, oh, what about this? And she's like, definitely not. And like they go to like an antique store,
Yep.
They pick out a mirror,
Yep.
and then the house is finished, and that is not what it's like in real life at all.
Nope.
Like even the going to the antique store, which like is like AKA like Lowe's, like you're never anywhere that much fun. And then we get like in a fight instead. Like it's not like, oh, like la di da.
I don't know what you mean. We don't fight.
Not fighting, but we get in a disagreement about what we're going to do. We are lacking communication alignment in the Lowe's.
It's okay. It only happens once a month.
That's true. Although, as we get older, more than it
I
was.
want to talk about OLD.
We need to talk about perimenopause at some point because,
will.
like, that video that every woman should watch, is it?
Is
it? And the answer is yes, it is. If you're over the age of 45, it probably is.
We'll save that for another time.
Another time.
Yeah.
That's a whole
How
nother
much time
podcast.
do we have? What time is it now?
I don't know. I think we've been talking for like 5 minutes.
I know, but we do need to work.
I like that you're
I
cutting
have
it
some
off.
stuff and I want to start designing
It's
stuff.
9:13.
And we have to clean the house before your sister comes.
Kind of excited to clean the basement, aka where the kids throw stuff around all over the place and don't have to really clean it up like most of the time. But then who gets to clean it up at the end is usually one of you or me. But I always like this idea that the kids can go down to a space and just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I think I had that growing up. Did you have that growing up?
I don't know what I did. I was in front of a TV a lot. This is why I was watching Xanadu all the time.
Xanadu forever?
It really is. Xanadu forever. It's not even a good movie, but I still watch it.
I had never heard of Xanadu until I met you. And then now I just feel like a Xanadu expert.
I mean, it's really the music. I mean, if you really like do an analysis of that last song, it's really intense and beautiful.
Well, so it's about a roller skating rink, like from God, right? What is it?
Well,
like God
inspired,
bestows
yeah,
this
like
on him?
The muse inspires, Olivia Newton-John, like inspires him to open up a disco roller skating rink.
Yes. I
'Cause,
mean,
you know,
because it was the 70s.
it was the 70s, and all of a sudden Olivia Newton-John comes out in like braids. It's like crazy.
Like, how are they allowed to write this?
I don't
like,
know.
who was like, yes,
I
greenlit?
blame LSD or any of those wonderful
Obviously.
crazy stuff things.
I think we underestimate how much drugs were involved in like pretty much most of the art that was made in that era.
Well, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
And, I mean, maybe even who knows? I mean, who knows what people are doing?
I don't know what people are doing.
I don't
now.
know
I
your
feel
life.
like I'm surprised everything that comes out on the news. Like, did you see that Abercrombie and Fitch, dude?
No.
Not good. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't even want to bring. I don't even want to say it.
I'm
It's
such
gross.
like a Pollyanna, like
Oh my
good
gosh.
girl that I'm just like, what's ketamine? Why is everyone taking it? I don't understand.
What's Coke? I love soda.
I know. Oh my God, you should have seen me back in the 90s. Like there was this one time where I was at like this NYU like bar party, which is where I usually was in college. And so it's like we would like go to these little tiny hole in the wall bars and we'd be like dancing, like all like, man, like I'd have my like rum and Coke or whatever the heck. And this guy would come up and he'd be like, do you ladies like to party? And we're like, yeah. And like, but like, no. And it was like hard to tell what he was really asking. You know, he seemed like kind of a sketchy dude. And he just like moved on away from us and we'd be like, that was rude. Like, no. And like one of my friends would come over and be like, he was a drug dealer. Like, what are you doing? I didn't understand. I was from Connecticut and very much like things were going straight over my head for like years.
That is special. I mean, I was pretty innocent, probably not until like after high school.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I partied in high school, but
no, but that's the thing.
Like it was like, you know, innocent, like things that you saw in the movies where we just drank and
like house party stuff.
Smoked some green grass every once in a while.
But then you guys all from New Jersey came in all like veteran partiers. You were like, I don't even drink anymore. I'm like done with drinking. I've had such a hard few years. And you were like 18.
It was the ones that went to NYU. I feel like when the ones in UMass, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone from New Jersey was just like, they were basically straight edge by the time they got to college. I was like, what happened to you?
All right.
Is that enough talk for one?
Yeah, because I also have to edit this, so
I'm like,
make sure.
I'm just getting warm. That was like the warm up.
I know. You could keep going.
I really can talk forever. Like it's kind of scary.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like my lectures when I'm teaching at SU, it's like short and sweet. It's like, okay, let's go.
You're like the Sabrina Carpenter album, short and sweet.
Oh my God, they all love Sabrina Carpenter. Like
who
all
doesn't
their
love
projects,
Sabrina Carpenter?
Like, there's one at least in every the two out of the 2 semesters. There's one in each.
Okay,
class.
but here's the thing: do you know what the Juno pose is, and do you know what it means?
Juno pose.
You don't know.
No.
I had to look it up the other day.
Do I want to know?
You don't. It's very sexual, and yeah, I know. Well, I was like Sabrina Carpenter, like kind of equals sexual these days,
Okay.
right? But. So you know the movie Juno, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Home skillet, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And which I was surprised that it was based off of that because I was like, is this the Juno that I know? Like, is that where we're going with this? But it's like a whole new perspective. So she sings this song called Juno where like the lyrics are racy. Like most of her lyrics are pretty much like about sex or something to do with sex. So this song is about how she wants this man to impregnate her. Like he's like very good looking and she's like, basically I'm gonna let you impregnate me tonight,
okay.
Right? Gross. Cool. And so then there's like very suggestive lyrics. So when she's performing this song in her concert, she started doing like basically like sex poses, like, and it's always a new one. So now all of these young ones are basically looking to see like for her next concert, which Juno pose is she going to do? Yeah, and they're like suggestive, like she uses the microphone, like she's, gets on the floor.
What is it going to be like? What are our kids going to be listening to? Like, what are they,
like her?
How much art? Like, where is art going to go by the time they are listening to that music?
Well, think about this: that Sabrina Carpenter is going to be like their elder, like they're.
Oh my God.
What is our elder? Like our Stevie Nicks, right? Is like something like that. That's who she's going to be for them.
Do they even know who Stevie Nicks is? Like the next generation?
I feel.
They must.
I don't know about your students, but mine do.
Okay.
They know Stevie Nicks because she's just like timeless. I don't know what it is about her.
No, like why isn't like? I mean, do they really know about? I mean, they're learning that Lady Gaga has other music now, right?
We're going back through watching people go back through the Lady Gaga catalog. I'm just like, this wasn't that long ago. Like I guess it was like 20 years ago now, but
is it 20 years? Shut the front door.
Yeah, some of the songs like, well, maybe not 20, but like 15, like 2010s. So
that's weird.
Yeah, or even because I was at Food Network 2008-ish,
Oh my
right?
God. We had like we started a company, we closed the company. That's how long ago that was.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's perspective. That's where you're at right now.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Just trying to figure out what I want to do with my life.
But yeah, I feel like I was blasting Bad Romance out of my VP office. Like, just so responsible. So what a great example for people.
I mean, you were edgy. You were the young
VP. I was very edgy. I don't know if you know. Me, edgy is actually really funny to think about.
Maybe it's because I introduced you to Bloomingdale's.
Oh, then I got like somewhat fashionable. Like that was like we needed to correct Carrie's fashion sense from like rave in the mall to Bloomingdale's, which was appropriate workwear.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Using some money.
Yeah, I just never wanted to spend any money.
Nobody does.
No.
Nobody wants to spend money.
Would buy tissue paper clothing from like H&M and I would throw it away, you know, or like not throw it away, but I would give it to Goodwill after a year, you know, and that's what you do. And it just goes on this like endless cycle.
What do they call that? Fast clothing?
Fast fashion.
Fast fashion. Oh.
Yeah, it ends up being like fast trash. Do you remember that documentary that we watched?
Yes.
What's it called? Buy Now?
I don't know.
So good.
Oh, yeah. No, that was depressing. I couldn't watch it anymore.
But I will never forget that graphic where all of a sudden they were like, recycling isn't real. I was like, what?
Oh,
and then
so
it's like
sad.
either the recycling is going, like getting shipped off to some other country that used to take our garbage, which sort of doesn't anymore, or it's getting buried in the ground. And I was like, I mean, things you don't know.
Where is being buried, you know? It's crazy.
Yeah. Like,
there's so much trash. And people do not recycle over here. It's different. It's different here, you guys. Portland, look away. Cover your ears.
I know, right? You're looking at the camera like feeling guilty.
Like, cover your ears, please. Oh my God. I feel guilty because it's just different. We're not composting anymore. But then you also realize inside Portland, everything outside of Portland didn't compost. So those in Lake Oswego, they don't compost. Like, you didn't realize I was in my nice, cute little bubble. Like, oh, this is great. And nobody else is in the rest of the United States.
When I think about how we used to take like every little eggshell, like every little like coffee ground, like, and we used to pay for a separate service to come get the plastic wrapping off of the lettuce, you know, and it was so specific, and it was actually kind of like, I didn't mind it. Like I think my ADHD sorting mind like really liked that, but it was now like the amount of effort that we put in, I'm like, I just hope we put in some like good climate karma, because like now it's just like you go to Wegmans and everything is in like styrofoam, and it's just like they don't care. So
well, and Trader Joe's always packaged so much. I couldn't go to Trader Joe's purely because they package every single tomato.
Yeah, it's like wrapped in the plastic. Yeah, and
like,
why?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not necessary.
What do we do?
I have to tell you though, the salmon that we had the other night, you know how we buy the sushi? We buy sushi from the grocery store, you guys. Like that's like
Wegmans
that's where we're at right now. Wegmans is great. I'm not trying to call out Wegmans, but I am a little bit for a second. So the salmon that Evelyn didn't eat, the sashimi salmon, like the thinly sliced salmon, I left it out on the counter after she was like done for a while, and it started like bleeding orange. Like the orange started like seeping out of the salmon, and I was like, are they injecting it with like some food coloring? Like I don't know. It's like that's probably not, but it was just weird. Like it just started like melting.
It just means it's like really fatty though, no? Like that's what it
Maybe.
is. It's like the fattiness of the, let's just go with that.
That sounds right. Sounds right to me. Definitely not what I was thinking, but sounds right. Okay, well that's it. Jannie wants to wrap it up. She's wanted to wrap it up for 7 minutes. I'm getting the like face. Like I did what you wanted to do, and now you have to let me go.
Please.
Yes. All right. So what's our sign off going to be?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. That's it.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. Have a nice, happy Easter. Like the bus driver.
You have to give context. You can't just say these jokes to me.
So the bus driver today says happy Easter, and all like 3 of us are out there, moms, being like, is it Easter? Like, crap. And it's not Easter, it's next weekend, but the kids are off on spring break this week, so he's giving us like a happy Easter like in advance, but he didn't say that. And those of us who have to like make plans for Easter, like in the way of like chocolate and stuff, we're starting to freak out, but that was unnecessary because it's not this weekend. Not this weekend. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you next time.
Have a great weekend. Goodbye.